Well, David will be here in a minute. We're about to do a hunt just down the street, and I thought I'd introduce you to the dogs real quick. I think you already met Buddy. He's the one over there playing with one of the huskies. Scout, come here. This is Scout, one of our huskies, a male husky. This is Summit. Can you sit? Can you sit? Sit, sit, sit. There's no food, so they're not going to sit. Anyway, it's a great morning. It's in probably the 60s, 50s or 60s or something like that. And I just took the dogs for a walk, so they've had their little walk. Anyway, we'll see you when David gets here. We're just going to go down the street and hunt a permission. Again, it's compliments of Lico Realty. We want to give them a thanks. If you need help managing your rental property, give them a shout. I'll put their link in the description below, and probably just see you at the site. Okay, we're at our next dig. We got a few things we can look at here today. We're just going to be covering this backyard and then a little bit of the front yard. But first, we're going to do a test here. I just bought this new, I guess it's called a-DIG-tion. It's called a a-DIG-tion. It's a lightweight, can't remember what it's made of, some kind of fiber, I guess. And we're going to let David do a test here and see if he thinks one is noticeably lighter than the other.
What you think? I'm thinking about getting me one if it's that much lighter.
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's worth it or not, so
let's see here. You can feel the difference, Gary.
Yeah. Is it $140 difference?
Yeah. Yeah. This is where and I don't know how. Let's see how far you have yours out.
I mean, maybe over time, yeah, you might appreciate it at the end of a long day.
Yeah, when you do this,
yeah,
you can feel that weight. See.
Yeah.
And you can feel that this one is lighter.
Okay, well, cool. Money well spent. Okay, so we're going to start back here in the backyard. We're at this other property that we've got, not too far from where I live, actually. And we're going to be looking in this big backyard. Don't know the history on where playground equipment was or anything, but we're going to do our best to see what we can dig up. And we'll be here and then heading to the front yard. Got these two huge trees up here, you can see. So we'll be seeing you out there too. Wish us luck. Okay, not a great find for our first one. Not even sure what it is. Not sure what that would have been. If you know what it is, tell us in the comments. Okay, we're going to dig this one live. It's only a 13-14, so I'm not expecting anything great. So let's see what we get. I see it already. Pretty sure that's all it was. Piece of aluminum. Okay, I got a 2930 signal over here, so I'm gonna go. Oops, sorry, adjusting the legs out. Gonna dig this one live. 2930. Is that all it was? I don't even know what it is. We'll have to do a cleanup. It looks like a piece of a bracket to hold something. I don't know, not much. Okay, most of us with the Mine Lab wouldn't dig a 2, but I was curious. We weren't getting a whole lot of signals early on, so I thought I'm going to dig a 2. And this is what a 2 got me. I think it's probably an old Coca-Cola. I'll clean this up some, but it looks like a bottle opener. I'm thinking. I believe that's what that is, a bottle opener. And it may say Coca-Cola. We'll clean it up and see. Okay.
Yeah, I think the sun comes up, so they may have put it over.
I'm wondering if this thing, David, may have been the host for the clothesline, or one of them. It's a deep, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So maybe we search down through that way. We'll run into some coinage.
That would make sense.
But it's kind of about the center of the yard.
Yeah.
So maybe not.
Maybe.
Anyway, interesting. Well, David is tearing it up this morning. He's got a couple of coins already. He's way back there in the corner. And I think I found probably the other clothesline pole. Just speculation. I don't know. It's about the same dimensions as the one that was down there a little ways. Probably 15 feet away. So I'm going to dig between, or I'm going to detect between here and that way and see if maybe I can find a coin from where the clothesline used to be.
The noise ain't as bad.
Oh, it's not?
I just found a dime.
A dime?
Yeah, but I ran just moving around down through here.
It's not
and
silver,
I had to
is
reset my machine.
Yeah.
And so there's stuff all down through here.
Well, I've got a 30 signal up here where I'm at, in that, I guess, what used to be
right there by that
the
thing.
driveway.
I just didn't. But there's I'd come up here, man, where they've done drop stuff coming all in here. There's all kinds of stuff in here.
Good. All kinds?
Yeah.
Good kind, too.
Do what?
Good kind, too. Just,
you better get in here, man. There's some good signals.
I'm going to dig this signal, and then I'm coming over this way. I like digging around trees. Well, I was getting a signal right there, and as I bent down to get it, right in that spot was a surface find. But I'll take it. It's a quarter. Okay, David's calling me over. He's looking happy. Am I going to slap you after I see this?
Yeah. Sorry, man. It's a Rosie. I think it's at 1943 or 48.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cue the Hi-Yo Silver now. Congratulations. It's been a while.
It has.
Even for you, it's been a while. And that's saying something.
We look at the pocket wear on that. Feel how thin that is, Gary.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Golly, Gary, it wasn't that deep, man.
I told you we'd find silver today because I found some down in my yard. I don't know why we didn't find it. We're at a 1956 home. Couldn't find any at a 1945, but anyway, you're one silver ahead of me.
That's a good sign, man. We're going, hey, it's out here. I hear yours calling, man.
I think it's over there, next to that nail I just dug.
This tree, I promise you.
Coin number 2 for the day. I got a quarter surface find and a penny. A stinking Lincoln. David said he's got another good signal.
It's not another silver, but it's a quarter in the same hole.
Oh, and it's filthy. Well, it's gorgeous weather, and we could probably hunt here all day, but we got other stuff to do, and we want to have time for the wrap up, and we're hungry. So, David, have you heard the whistler lately?
Well, I haven't.
There he goes. There he goes. Thank you. He's always saving us. So we're gonna do the wrap up probably at my house. We'll see you at the kitchen table. Okay, we're ready for the wrap up. But first, I thought I'd show you our bell pepper. That's our bell pepper plant. We had a couple of this year, and we had a lot of jalapenos come out of this thing. There's a nice red one. I've been making my own salsa So kind of happy with that.
Got some figs
And there's a
growing
couple of figs too. It's hard to get one of those to ripen enough to where you can eat one because the dogs eat them. The dogs come out and eat them. Okay, what we're going to do, as you know, the good, the clad, and the ugly. Not the ugly, the ugly. And so we're going to go through this. We didn't have as many hours to hunt as I thought we would have, but we had some great weather, didn't we? It was
Most definitely.
It was very nice. And so we're going to go through the good, the clad, and the ugly. I'll start with mine. If I'm going to put something in the good category, I'd have to have this. It's an old Coca-Cola bottle opener. Some of you may or may not recognize that, but that's pretty ancient. May clean that up a little bit more. There's a 1980 penny. And so in my clad category, I've got a 2015 and I think like a 2003 Ohio quarter. That's going to go in my clad. The ugly. I had a couple of interesting ugly items. Well, I don't actually know what this is. If one of y'all know, let us know. Bolt, some scrap, a lot of scrap aluminum. We were finding a bunch of that in the backyard. Here's a square nut, and here's this cool little copper type threaded nut slash cap. That was kind of cool. So anyway, I found a few coins. Coin addiction was satisfied today for me. Now, David really got satisfied. Tell us about your good, clad, and ugly.
I found several pennies. I got 8 pennies today. I got 3 dimes, and I found 2 quarters, and found this silver 1948 rosy dime.
Oh yeah,
I was happy.
Well worn too.
It's very worn.
We might get a close up of that and post it too. But it was.
We'll try.
That was carried around a lot of years before somebody dropped it and lost it.
This was some old type of button that's got something. This is my ugly. Not sure what this thing was. It rang up good. This says Coach on it.
That's
that rang
cool.
up good. And then this was some kind of button. I may try to do a cleanup on that and see if there's anything written on the front. I like old buttons. So I'll put that in my good. But here's all my ugly. You got to find a couple of. We found this on the way to a penny. So I had to keep it in there. So, and then this copper piece of pipe.
Okay.
And we had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah,
The weather
that was fun.
perfect.
And next time we're going to be field digging. We may be in a soybean field. I think we've done a video in that field before, but probably the other corner of it. Are we going to do the one that's in the corner, the house in the corner now where the line was?
If we don't, we can do that one, or we can go to there's a right down the road a piece. We've never got to hit this one because they've always had corn in it. Mm-hmm. Corn's real hard to metal detect.
Oh yeah.
But this year they did beans, so there was there was a house on this hill, and you walk around the corner, and there was another house on the hill in the middle of this field too. There's be at some old sites.
Well, that'll be fun. What do you think, Summit?
Someone says, "Hey, just
Summit."
Just do it. Look, don't.
She's not even going for the dog biscuit today for some reason.
It's just a lazy Saturday.
Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. I've got a couple of new subscribers. Thanks for joining our group. And I guess we'll see you next time, probably in a soybean field. Y'all have a great weekend.